going up against a goal line offense. We got 8 defensive backs on the field, and none of them get pancaked. Instead, we just get an A gap where we take this guy down for a loss, but there was nowhere to go there, even though we had a massive size disadvantage. But this is definitely one of the fastest A gap blitzes you're going to see in the entire game, as he just runs right down the center here, unblocked. This time, we're only sending 4, as this defensive end is going to drop off into a hard flat for coverage. We still get that exact same A gap blitz for another instant sack. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to do something I haven't done all year. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown in practice mode of one of my new favorite defenses from my new defensive ebook that I just put out, the Atlanta Falcons / LA Rams, because it's basically the same playbook. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Oh, and that's going to go right into the video. Now, the formation I'm going to show you guys today is the quarter normal, as this is one of the best formations in the game when it comes to getting speed on the field, as it allows you to have up to 8 safeties and cornerbacks on the field at one time, as I can replace this middle linebacker here with a safety, and that's what I'm going to do by putting in one of my fastest safeties in Sheldon Brown, because I'm going to be sending one a blitz a lot. I'm going to show you guys 2 different blitzes you can use. The other blitz I'm going to show you guys, though, is going to be these cornerbacks. So I want to make sure I have my fastest blitzing cornerbacks in this spot here. This is going to be one of the fastest defenses in the game, but like I said, even though we have a lot of small guys here, we're not going to get run over. Using smaller defenses like this is kind of the meta right now, as a lot of people like to use like dime 1-4-6s and dime 2-3s, and just really a lot of packages that really only have 3 down defensive linemen just like this. But nobody's really using this one because this one's really rare, as it's only found in 3 team playbooks, in the Chiefs, Falcons, Giants, and I forgot the Rams, because like I said, I kind of count the Falcons and the Rams as the exact same playbook. But it's also in cover 2 and multiple D in alternate playbooks. But the base defense that I'm going to show is going to be the under smoke, as all I really want to do is make sure that I set my coaching adjustments to cover 4 before I pick this play, because a lot of times I switch over to the cover 4 once I come out. I just want it to look like a man 0. So let's go and let's pick that. And then on offense, we're going to go concept to concept here, starting off with random run plays. Now, I wanted to show this like this first, because I want to show you guys how good of a run defense this is, because it may look like we have a ton of small guys on the field, but if we drop these cornerbacks down outside here, this is one of the most versatile defenses in the game, is that all of a sudden looks like I'm running a 3-3-5, which is one of the best defenses in the game, only with a lot of speed. I have no linebackers on the field. I have no edges on the outside. I got 94 speed cornerbacks as my edge defenders and a 92 speed safety, which is what makes this defense so good, as all I really have to do is pinch the defensive line. I don't know what happened there, but pinch the defensive line, which deep head to left and down. And now you're going to see how we have our run lanes closed up, and we can just drop back here and use this guy here and just shoot gaps, as long as we have these cornerbacks outside about 5 yards off the edge tackles, we should have no issues with outside containment, with these guys basically stopping the runs. Even on a play like this, we got 2 tight ends. I have faith that Keely Ringo right there is going to come around that and make a play, or at the very least force the play back inside if it is an inside run. But we also have the ability, if we want to move this guy over and drop this guy down to be our user. And now we have what's essentially a 3-4 look, as this is going to be another play here. As you can see, the cornerbacks get outside because it's the man coverage. They're facing that direction, and we get a stop for a couple yard loss. Now, this is what I'm talking about here. We have a goal line offense here, which if we're going to get pancaked because we have all this speed on the field, this is going to be the formation that would do it. There's nothing but size. There's nothing but fullbacks and tight ends. So on a play like this, I definitely want to make sure that I bring this guy down. Although if it's a goal line offense like this, it may be better to use the guy that's, you know, using the tight end who's playing fullback, because there's a lot less of a chance of him actually doing anything. But we can use these guys. We can bring all these guys down on a play like this, and you're going to see how we're going to have a lot of success stopping this play, as well as I'm going to wait and see as we get an inside run. You can see the blitzer just comes right down the pipe, gets another stop for a loss. We're going up against a goal line offense where we have nothing but speed on the field. We got 8 defensive backs on the field, and none of them get pancaked. Instead, we just get an A gap where we take this guy down for a loss, but there was nowhere to go there, as none of my defensive backs got knocked over, or nothing, even though we had a massive size disadvantage. So now that we showed you guys how that works as a run defense and how aggressive it can be and how hard it is to run on a defense like that, I'm going to show you guys this against random pass, as I just want to show how good of a blitz package this is. And like I said, based on the fact that we're in a cover 4 shell, your opponent isn't necessarily going to know that I'm sending a blitz, as if you are running this defense. Like I said, a lot of times I switch to cover 4 anyway. So if I'm doing that, I just have to make sure that I bring these guys down outside the box the exact same way so that my opponent has no idea when I'm actually running this blitz. So just make sure that no matter what play you use in this formation, always bring these cornerbacks down outside so that it looks like you're running a blitz. And on this play, once again, I could use this running back if I want to, but there's a lot of other ways to get pressure against offenses like this, where it's probably better for me to use a Ringo and bring this guy over here to the point where I'm basically hugging the hip of this edge rusher. And that's because we have 3 guys on this side of the field. As you can see, I have the running back, the tight end, and the receiver. So because of the fact that we have 3 guys out of 5 options, there's a 60% chance that this is where the ball is going to go. So if I start on this side with the cornerback, I can just drop back and try to take away the larger side of the field that has more receivers. So since I'm using this guy closer than the blitzing cornerback on the other side, the offensive line is going to swing to my way. They're gonna try to slide to my side, and we're gonna have a really easy play. Although this looks like it's gonna be a jet touch pass. As you can see, we got a run play. After all that, we got a run play anyway. The best way to send this blitz is always going to be on the opposite side of the cornerback. So right here, since we have the running back on the same side with the 2 receivers, this is the best of both worlds. All I'm going to do is guess pass, and like I said, I'm going to hug this dude's hip before dropping back and trying to cut off these underneath routes. As you can see, Mahomes throws into a route that doesn't even really beat man, and I'm sure he did that because of the blitz. Now, there are other ways to do this. I'm not going to keep running the exact same blitz, although, like I said, on this play here, I can do the exact same thing, as there's still 3 receivers to the one side, including the running back, and you can see how he's just constantly in robo checkdown mode, and we're constantly getting knockouts. I don't know what happened here. This is like a straight up jailbreak, because this guy here starts by trying to block this guy, and then he just gets run right through, as him and this cornerback are just running right down the pipe, forcing another check down. I mean, I'm going to play underneath because I'm pretty sure that we're just going to get a bunch of robo checkdowns here. But we'll go ahead and we'll do this one more time. I want to try to get an actual sack from that A-gap. As you can see, he's just coming right down the pipe, and he just buries Mahomes. But this is definitely one of the fastest A-gap blitzes you're going to see in the entire game, as he just runs right down the center here, unblocked, to get to Mahomes for an easy sack. One of the best things about this blitz is you don't have to send this many guys. You can only send 4 and still get pressure, as it looks like we have 6 guys because I'm also blitzing Ringo, even though he's my user, which is a great user, by the way. He's 6'4" with 95 speed. I mean, you can't beat that. But I'm also going to be able to put this defensive end here into an assignment as well. So if I want to put this guy here into a hard flat, which is probably going to be the most helpful since I'm typically running a man coverage here, I can do that. And as long as I hover close to the guard and tackle and just give them something to look at, you're going to see how they're never going to communicate and switch around to help out with either the blitzing center or the other cornerback. So let's go and let's let this play run. As you can see, we get that pressure one more time, and it's the exact same pressure with the exact same blitz. As you can see, this time we're only sending 4, as this defensive end is going to drop off into a hard flat for coverage, and there's only 4 guys coming in, but we still get that exact same A-gap blitz for another instant sack. So I'm going to end the video there, but if you guys want to see more of my favorite defenses and blitzes that are also found in this playbook, I have gameplays that I put out popping up on screens. Just click links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. Wish it out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.